people who are, oh, that was bad. You still going? Okay. I hope you're recording. Yeah. Okay. So the first one I want you to write down is this. I want you to look at this guy right here. I want you to look at this guy right here. As a matter of fact, I want you to write him in that space. Because when we do this, I start with horizontal asymptote when I do these problems right away. I don't factor it. I don't do any math. I eyeball it. And I want to say, who's more powerful? The guy on the top or the guy on the bottom? And you're like, Ms. T, I don't know what you mean by more powerful. And here's what I want you to notice. I want you to look at his degrees, right? So check this out. This guy's degree is 2. And this guy's degree is pathetically only 1. The top guy is the powerful guy. He is the big guy. I remember to myself, it's the big guy over the little guy. And when your top guy is the more powerful one, you know what he says? He says, I am so powerful, I don't even want a stinking asymptote. The answer is, what's the horizontal asymptote? There is none. It's none. And that's because it overpowers your denominator. The denominator is the thing that screws us up every time. And in this case, since the top guy is more powerful, we say no horizontal asymptote. None. Nice and easy. Now, sometimes it flip-flops, and the more powerful guy is like this. Take a look at him. Now let's take a look at this guy. He's got a 1 right there. I'm going to highlight him, and he's got a 2. Did I factor? Did I do anything? No, I look at it just like it is. So in this case, the big guy is on the bottom. So it's little guy. That's not what I want. It is little guy over big. And when that happens, he's saying, guess what? There is a stupid asymptote, but it's easy. It's on the floor of your house. It is y, always y, equals 0. The love is laying on the floor because he's the big guy. And he's like, guess what? It's right down here with me. I'm on the bottom here. Your asymptote is right at 0. Right? And that's your x-axis. He's just laying right on ground 0. Now, sometimes they are the same. They're evenly matched, right? They're even Steven. And in that case, there is going to be an asymptote, but it's really kind of cool how I find it. I don't do any math because I'm lazy like that. It's going to be y equals, and here's what it's going to be. It's going to be the number in front of this guy and the number in front of that guy, the coefficients. So it's just going to be 1 over 1. It's like we're evenly matched. Take my coefficient, and the bottom guy's like, fine, take my coefficient, and that's it. That's it. So our asymptote would be on the first floor of our hotel. It would be right at 1, and it's horizontal. It would line right at 1. That's all you have to do. But if I'd done that yesterday, y'all would have like thrown stuff out, right? So here's what you got to decide. Is the big guy on top? No asymptote. Big guy on bottom? 0. Even Steven, they share, and I'm going to write the word coefficient. Is that easy? You guys ready to practice some? Okay, we got this. Okay, here comes our first one. You don't even have to, well, if you want to write these two, you can do them, you can. Here we go. Our first one's right there. I'll let you write it. I'll take a minute. Should get fast enough where you can literally eyeball this, but be careful. It's got to be y equals something. Yes, that was it. Was that you, Jace, who said that? Yeah. Y equals 2. It is 8 over 4 because they're even Steven, right? They're even Steven. How about this one? it will literally take you longer to write the problem than to do this problem right here. It will take you longer to write it than to do it. Most powerful guy, if he's on the top, what does he tell you? None. No asymptotes. Like, screw this, man. I'm in charge. There's no asymptote. So on this guy, a big none. How about two more, but you don't write them? Just do them, right? You got the hang of this. How about these next ones? How about doing these two? Don't let this guy fool you. That's x to the 0, right? If he's got no x, he's super weak. He's a big baby. He's so weak. So do the next two. Don't forget though, it's y equals. Don't just write 7, because that would be wrong, and it's not right. Love that for you, Elena. You got it. She just wrote y equals 0. That was awesome. Because the guy on the bottom is more powerful. I don't even have to do any math. It's only the even Steven ones that I have to do some math. Yep, you look at the exponents, you look at the degree. Yes. Now, I am going to have you turn over. We are going to talk our way through your cheat sheet. Here it is. This is going to be everything. We're going to fill it out. We're going to do example number 2, and then I'm going to shut up, and you're going to have homework and liable to do. So I'm letting Jordan finish running. You got it? Okay, here we go. Here comes our cheat sheet. So I am pulling this down. Come here. Okay. So first thing we want to know is these are called, when we do that, it's P of X over Q of X. Does that really matter? It doesn't. But I don't want anyone to be like, where are those P's and Q's coming from? But the thing that you got to remember, the first thing we need to make sure we always do, we want to factor this baby, right? We got to do some factoring. Our first one. Okay, now what I'm going to talk about is each thing, how do I find it? So let's start with the x-intercepts. You know how you find it? You'll use the numerator, and we set it equal to 0, and it will be blank, comma, 0. Right? So this should mean that if you have this baby out tomorrow and today, you can use it. Friday, though, you're on your own. So really, Jason, I'm going over everything you did yesterday, just maybe writing it down. Right. Next guy, vertical asymptotes. They're not from the numerator. Where are they from? Denominator. And you know what we do? We set it equal to 0, but it's always going to be x equals something. Right? How are we looking? You looking pretty good? Yeah? Let me give you a second to write this because I'm going to move it up. Oh, I got to get rid of it. You guys okay? Okay, I'm sliding this back. Okay, hold on. Go fast because I got to move it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Next thing. Let's get this guy going on here. So remember, on the next thing, if the P is big over little, none. Little over big, y equals 0, equal, did you go first number over first number. Does that help? And the only math we really have to do is the wholes. And the wholes come from the canceled stuff. Oh, let's spell that right. Cancel stuff equal to 0. Cancel stuff. The plugging in is the only thing that's a pain in the ass, right? That's the only thing. We're going to practice one. We're going to practice this whole thing. So we're doing today. We're just practicing this whole thing. The cancel stuff. It's, oh, sorry, I'll make it look right. It'll look like canceled. Canceled. I think there's 2 L's in cancel. Okay. You guys ready to try putting this whole thing together? You guys ready? Okay, here we go. We're going to do example 2. I'm going to let you do example 1 in a little bit. You guys ready? We're doing the whole thing. You got your notes. You're ready to go. Here we go. Example 2. Oh, get out of here, dude. Okay. You ready? First thing, if you want, if it was me, I'd start with the horizontal asymptote. You know why? Because I don't want it in factored form, right? So if it was me doing this, right away, I'd come over here and say, oh, they're even Steven. What's going to be my horizontal asymptote? 1. Awesome. So good. That was great, Chase. Thanks. So it's going to be y equals 1. That guy's done. That's done. Now what y'all want to do is you want to factor it. So get your little factoring going. So most of it, you're behind writing it because you got to be doing it now.
I did this one. I did this one.
What's your number 2?
Oh, number 2. Oh.
Okay. You're so pretty. He is pretty. Okay, I'm going to help you with the, oh, what the hell happened there? What the? I'm going to factor it. I don't know why it's not working. X minus 5, X plus 1. Ooh, you can factor the denominator. X minus 1, X plus 1. You guys factor it? Nice, easy canceling. So here's what I get. X minus 5, X minus 1. Okay. Now let's just start grabbing our pieces. So the x-intercept comes from the numerator. It's right on your paper right there. So it's going to be 5, 0. How did I do that? I set that equal to 0, right? And here's what I want you to do tonight. Put that dot on your graph. 5, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a dot. Maybe I'll make it purple so you can see it there. Okay, let's do our next thing. Let's put our vertical asymptote. That's the guy on the bottom. And you know what he's going to be? He's going to be x equals 1. And you know what I'm going to do? I am going to graph him. It says vertical. That means it's up and down. I go to 1. And I put an up and down line. There's my, oh, I should make it red for lava. It's lava. It's lava. Hey, I got to get that horizontal one in there. That's lava as well. Looking pretty good. This is what you're going to do tonight. Nice and easy. And now I got one last thing to do. I got to get that hole. This is the only thing that's tricky. Getting the hole is easy, right? It's going to be -1. Is everybody cool with how I got that? Right? It's going to be -1, but I need his partner. So I have to plug in to this dude. That's the only thing I don't like doing, right? So here I go. -1 minus 5. over negative 1 minus 1. It looks like it's going to be negative 6 over negative 2. Did you guys get 3? Does that seem right? And if you think about, see, how do I make a hole on my graph? Well, if you don't want to literally poke a hole on your graph, you're going to go to negative 1, comma 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to literally make a little hole there. That's not the right place. 1, 2, 3. It's this guy right here. How about that? Now, that's it for tonight. That's exactly what you're going to do for tonight. Let me give you a preview of what we do tomorrow. What we do tomorrow is this. I know that I've got some graph down here and some graph up here, so I am literally going to swoop in, and guess what? I'm done, right? That's what we do tomorrow. We'll do that because that's why it's a hole. It's a hole in our graph. Do I have to do the swoops tonight? No, I teach you that tomorrow. I'm just letting you know where we're heading, right? So that's what your answer should look like. Talk to me.
When we take out like the stuff we cancel, it flips when we put it in. It's like it's positive.
Oh, because it's really everything always gets set equal to 0 the whole time. So yeah, it flips because we set equal to 0. So everything flips. Good question. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to show you your work. I am going to take time to check off last night because people did it. If you didn't do those last 3 problems on last night, maybe give 1 or 2 of them a try so I can give you full credit. And I'm going to talk to you about tonight's homework. There are videos.
I'm just gonna make sure I got
We are not actually graphing tonight. We're just putting the stuff on our graph, right? We're not doing the swoops yet. We'll do those tomorrow. Now you know what we're having. Let me talk to you about the homework. I'm just getting the blue one out so I can check it. So someone asked in first period, what can we skip? And my answer is at this point, do kind of what you need to do. You have a quiz on this stuff in 2 days. My advice is this: if you don't practice at least 6 of these, you won't memorize it. Right? You got to memorize it. If I was me, would I be at least doing 2 of those bottom ones on the back? Absolutely, because they're our review, right? So here's what: we swoop tomorrow, we practice everything on Thursday, we quest on Friday. So it's kind of coming, right? So if you're getting the hang of these and these are getting pretty easy for you and you want to skip a few, I'm cool with that. But all we do tomorrow is we take these and then we swoop, and we are good to go. I'm looking for the blue one because people did a good job, so I want to see credit for it, unless you're like doing it now and in front of me, which I always love. Love that for me.
I never do it.
I got it. If you need to get it done now, you can get it done now. And I am checking stuff out. Let's do this today. And we are chipping away. 1 more day down, 3 left to go. Then we come back, we do favorite thing to do. All the math in the world. Up and down. Yep. I know. And if you know what's happening in mine? Remember, these are the heartbreak ones. So if it's x equals, so say it's 5, or I'm going to quickly check our homework. Beautiful. That looks good. Go through it. And you're just letting them just literally just take your homework.
He said you need to check.
I'm going to give
There's
you.
no name.
I'm going to give you. Did you do it on the back?
I'll get it done.
I'm going to give you 2. I'll give you that.
I had a rough day
You
yesterday.
guys are going to give you like
Both of our cats died.
My cat died.
Okay, you know what, I'll be honest, if you're lying, then your cat's gonna get hit by a car today, and that's because you did your cat right there. Like if I call your mom, you're so damn mean.
Yeah, I think.
Why did you say that? I feel like you're lying, and I can't know if I should feel sorry for you or if I should. Like, don't. It's mean to take advantage of someone when it's a cat or better.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's being horrible, but it's not.
Sorry. I was really close to the cat.
Shut up.
I laughed.
One. It actually did not.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a long time ago?
No, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Like it just like
It's just old.
you just found it now?
Yeah, I just said.
Or did you have to take it in?
Yeah, I had to take it and pick up and down.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I'm not lying.
I don't know what to
Just
do.
see, can I please get a 4?
Oh my God.
I was going to
You
speak
know
to
what?
you.
I'll tell you that. I want a cat died no tomorrow.
Alright, if I get a 4.
If you bring me in the know, I'll give you a phone.
If I get a 4.
Oh, if you bring me in the know.
You don't believe me?
I kind of don't. I still.
I swear to my cat. Can I please get a 4? Oh, that's name.
I say I'm going to call
You see, I deserve a 4. That wasn't falling for a while. We'll see it actually does. What's the proof?
You know what? I'll give him a call. Because you know what? Because he's asking for points for a dead cat. Jackson, you have more? Yeah, give me a 0. Because the whole cat died thing.
Right here.
Wait, can I see? Let me see a picture of you.
Do some of those.
She's trying to run it out.
Do somebody.
I used to go for like the
I wouldn't even want
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it. As a matter of fact, it's a good thing for me. Yeah, right, we'll do real quick. I love the way you did this. So that is awesome. So we're gonna get X squared. So you know what? X squared, are you cool with that? Oh, now, since it's got next word, I want all this blue over here. So I'm gonna make that guy over here extra minus 11. I can see him with the left hand 28 and add the rest. There's only 2 good numbers. So I remember I want no denominator, I want a magic number that gets rid of the. So he gets 1, he gets 1, he gets 1, and then I just move to that. So getting rid of the number, I have an equal sign, I'm looking for a magical number. Yeah, I'm using a magical number that will get rid of everything. X minus 9, and I'm gonna give everybody. Everyone gets it. You get me, and that way it crosses out. So my goal is to say, screw this, look at this, no fractions, right? That's my goal. Hey guys, you guys, see ya. Have a good day. Oh God, it's been chafing this whole time. You know how many